Where's your fancy ACS jacket?
I know.
I mean, you look professional.
All right, you can take it away, Mayor.
Okay, so we just wanted to provide a brief update. We've been getting a lot of inquiries, of course, because it is so cold, right? This has been one of the coldest stretches we've had this year, obviously, and going back to December and November. And so we want to let folks know there continues to be a bed available for everyone who wants one. That's very important. Now, we're allowing people to come in, call all sorts of different paths, but I just want everyone to know we're honoring that commitment. There's a bed available for everyone. And we have our community safety department that is actually proactively reaching out to folks who are on the street, offering them a warm place to sleep. And we also, of course, are taking 311 and 911 calls where we will actually go pick up people and transport them into various parts of the Gateway system. Now, to give folks an idea, we have built out the Gateway system just in time for this winter. We roughly have, with our partners, about 1,200 beds every night. Last night, we almost hit capacity, but we also have the ability to expand to at least 100 or so more beds throughout the city right away. So right now we're in an adequate place in terms of providing a warm, safe place for people to sleep. And it's thanks to our partners, but also all our Gateway locations. The Gateway West was housing about 700 people last night. The Gateway Center, another couple of hundred, and the nonprofits, a couple of hundred after that. And again, if we needed, we do have additional beds right here at the Gateway Center, which of course is much closer into town. So I think with that, we're also doing emergency transports that I mentioned late at night. And we've been more or less about 35 transports a night for the last 3 nights. Again, this is something that we do, especially when it's cold. That does have a special number if folks want it. It is, of course, 505-418-6178. And they can also access that through 911. Now, we do still need donations for sure. This time of year, it is all about the coats and actually socks and undergarments. And so if you have any questions about that, please call 311 or go to any of our health and service centers. There's 4 of them located at 4 different places around the city. So I think with that, we'll just take a couple of questions, but do you want to add anything from ACS? Okay, we also we have a dashboard that tracks us that is public. And so we will again send out that dashboard both for folks interested in tracking, but also folks who just want to know. And so that's all online on our website. And again, we'll publish that URL again.
Okay, awesome. I'm just going to step closer so you can...
Yeah, sure. Don't worry about it.
So I know you have transport numbers. ACS employees spoke to me for a story. She told that on Saturday night, there was only 2 people in one van doing transportations in Albuquerque. Is that true?
So we only have 2 vans. And remember, we had none of this. I just want to emphasize, 3 years ago, we didn't have this. The Gateway West was much smaller, and we didn't even have transportation, and we didn't even have ACS. So I do know we only have 2 vans, but Jody would probably be any other details she would know.
So that information is right?
That's correct, but what we've told our field teams is that if they're seeing anybody, to call it in to our transport teams. And those teams that are coming back off of calls and clearing calls are doing proactives on the street. So if we're seeing people on the street, ACS is reaching out. If they're not on their way to a priority call, ACS is reaching out.
Yep.
Can I have you say that at the mic?
Jody?
Yeah, sorry.
Sure. Yeah.
Sure. The question is about the amount of transports that we have. And what ACS has done as a whole department is to make sure that we're being proactive with the outreach. So if our responders are not responding to an emergency priority call, they're making sure that they're reaching out to the folks on the street to see if they need shelter or want to go in. And that's being relayed. If they're on the way to priority call and they see somebody that might need shelter, those folks are calling into the transport line to say, hey guys, can you go by this corner? We saw some folks that might need a ride. And so if ACS is out there and we're asking if people want to go. So please take us up. It's dangerously cold. We're going to be out there tonight and we'll outreach as much as we possibly can. Yeah, my name is Jody Escabel, and then I'm the director of Albuquerque Community Safety.
Yeah, and then I had more questions. So you said you're opening more beds here, but I know Saturday night a woman, her name was Charity Hammond, she was driven here by a good Samaritan because they couldn't reach ACS. They called every line they could. They were told that they couldn't even provide an ETA because they were so bogged down with calls and hours of service. And she was denied from here. So what's your response to that? She was told that she needed a referral. So I don't really understand. You guys are bringing the beds, but I mean, it seems like people are getting evicted.
I would be more than happy to look into the call and see where the call came from and who they were reaching out to, because I follow the transport line very closely, and so I'm sure that it came in. So I'd love to get your information and kind of see what happened there. And I don't know exactly what happened when you got here, but I would love to get it.
Yeah. Look, I think following up on that would be great.
Okay, yeah,
But
absolutely.
But for the future, when people are coming here, do they need a referral to enter Gateway Center?
So this whole facility, all of the facilities are referral based, right? There are other shelters that are drop off based, but you just have to call 911. So it should not be very difficult to get a referral to go in at all. And I find it hard to believe that we're ever shutting the door on a night like last night to anyone who's standing outside the door. And those are run by UNMH, just so you know. So if there's some clarity that we need to provide to them, that's fine. But I can't imagine UNMH would say you can't come in.